thankfully, for the Kraken. It just went wide off of Benir's stick, but Kucherov, he knows when to get to the puck to the net.
And Hagel centering pass. Big save in the early going by Philip Grubauer. Moser looking for a target. It's Braden Point. Deking. And he's poke checked by Stevenson. Jared McCann checked hard along the wall. Gage Gonsalves creates the turnover. Point in front. They score! Gonsalves off the give and go. And the Lightning have a 1-0 lead.
You've got to make sure that once you make a play, you continue to stay involved. And look, right at the blue line, their offensive blue line makes the hit. Then he just drives to the net. He presents his stick and the finish. What a play as well by Point to know how to draw the pressure and exactly when to dish that puck.
Gonsalves has been really good lately. 3-game point streak, career highs in goals, assists, points, penalty minutes.
Points in 4 in a row, and the opening goal here tonight, looking for more. Dastu to Points, back to Dastu, he lets it fly, pad stopped by Grubauer. As you see the season-long numbers for both on special teams. Gensel for Kucherov, Radish a bomb, saved and covered by Grubauer. Gensel, Kucherov once again to Gensel. Kucherov. Master at the half wall. Radish back to Kucherov. A shot off of Grubauer. Kucherov to pick it up. And then he puts it right into the skates of Winterton, who carries it out. Shorthanded. Winterton cuts, shoots. Save Vasilevsky. McMahon up the boards. And Montour down low for right. Gets a return pass. Montour, long-range wrist shot. No trouble for Vasilevsky.
They know that they sort of needed his boost offensively, and a nice kick pass from him off the draw.
Montour to the middle. Catton right on. Another glove save for Vasilevsky.
His ability to produce in junior and coming up here to the NHL, it hasn't been as easy as he told me this morning. I go, does anyone know about that? He said no. I said, well, tonight they will.
There you go. Cirelli shorthanded right at the end of the power play.
I grew up just down the street from where I grew up. And
the small world over there.
It is, yeah. Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, Canada.
Colby's just well connected.
Yeah, that's what it is. He's just finding all the prairie guys to connect with.
I'd say one of the better things is his skating.
Steal by Kucherov. It'll get a return pass from Hagel. What a beautiful goal. Nikita Kucherov buries it. He and Hagel link up to make it 2-0 Tampa Bay.
So Kucherov, all that early frustration we saw from him. But look at the pressure. The stick, he's got it. It's the nice pass across. I mean, there's nothing Grubauer can do at that point. What a passing play. The 2-on-1. There's the AT&T connected cam, and Kucherov just has the wide open net to finish that off. Well, we were talking about some great plays, some frustration, and a beautiful tap-in goal. That's one thing I talked to Adam Larson too. He said, you know, for us, our structure, but for us, it's 4 lines. It's 3 D pairs that have to play well.
Comes Tampa Bay again, and it's Kucherov again. This time from Cirelli. 2 goals for Nikita Kucherov and a 3 spot for Tampa Bay here in Seattle.
So you think about them when they enter the blue line. For them, starts with a breakout pass, but you know you've got numbers. And this is another pretty passing play where Hagel starts it coming down the off wing. You see the D-to-D, and you're getting up the ice. You've got 3 guys that are going across the ice, and Cirelli that draws the pressure. Wow, another empty net one.
Seattle caught on a line change, right? They get the puck up the far side of the ice.
McMahon with the answer! And the spark that Seattle needed comes in the way of Bobby McMahon to get the Kraken on the board.
He knows his role is massively important. Look at him turn away from Kucherov off the draw. And this time it's McMahon coming in with the pressure. This is a great effort by Beniers. We talked at the top of the show about this shot that McMahon has. Heads up, and look at that. He goes top shelf.
Draped all over him. Winterton pokes it free behind the net. To the line. Larson, wrist shot, saved and covered by Vasilevsky. Yanni Gourde, former Seattle Kraken, will send it back around the boards for Radish. Holding and shooting down by Grubauer.
The month of March, so trying to make sure that they go into that with some good energy. They have some work to do tonight.
Stu from the line, save Grubauer, open net. Evans down the wall. And now Wright. On for Everly. On the back for Alexiak. Patted down by Vasilevsky. McMahon a wraparound.
It's so important to make sure that you control that puck once you have possession in the offensive zone.
Seattle barely onside. McCann a one-timer, and that deflects up into the netting.
That he brings, it's great. It also takes a lot of energy, and for them not ending up with the win after all of that.
One shot on goal, and the power play expires, and McCann drives in and scores. Jared McCann.
But you stay persistent, and then now when it's even strength off the entry, there's a little delay there, and he continues to make sure he drives in the fake low, then comes right in front. Love that little pause just to freeze Vasilevsky just enough, and for him sneaking up in front of the crease. What a read, and behind Vasilevsky from where he came from.
Here come the Kraken again. Winterton denied by Vasilevsky, and there's a penalty on the play. A game that the Lightning have dominated, but the Kraken have come to life, looking to tie the game on the man advantage next. Kucherov made it 3-0, but McMahon and then McCann, and now a power play for Seattle with Dunn to drive. Quick up for Montour. Kakko applies the brakes. Montour, final seconds of the power play, drives one to net, no trouble.
Touched by Girgensons, that thing just didn't knock down. And after that, he's battling it.
Face-off win for Seattle. Montour shot blocked away by Vasilevsky. Moser gets position. Battle ensues along the backboards. Myers wins out against Kucherov. Up top, Lindgren. Save by Vasilevsky. Rebound to the slot. Gaudreau puts it over top of the net. Right the ship. Point, the centering pass shut down by Wright. Gensel to the back. Cernak a drive. Sent down to the zone by the Kraken. They'll take the icing. Fed across. Hedman from the circle. Shot it wide. Cernak for Gonzalez. On for Gensel. Blocker down by Grubauer. Loose puck. Swept out of trouble by Wright. Hagel in over the line. Moser for Kucherov. Back for Hagel. Save by Grubauer. Across to his left. McDonough for Kucherov. Hagel up top, walks in. Kucherov fan on the one-timer, trickles to goal, kicked out by Grubauer. Reading the change in direction. Kucherov walking goal line. And to the stick of Dunn. And Seattle is out with it. McMahon with some room against Hagel. McMahon shooting right to the glove of Vasilevsky.
They took the game well, right? And for him, try to create some of the space.
Here's McCann moving in. He has Gaudreau with him. Centering pass. And Vasilevsky kept it out with his left pass. We'll take it to the corner.
Dunn was fired up after that play, too. Went and seen the intensity.
Shot off the outside of the post from Radish. He'll get another look with Point. Moser now moves in. Snaps one on goal. Save Grubauer. The rebound punched wide. Tied with the LA Kings. They're 1 point up on San Jose, who lost to Edmonton. So an opportunity to gain some separation here for the Kraken. For the final wild card spot, a steal by Hagel on Beniers. Centering pass for Kucherov. They score! Anthony Cirelli. And it's 4-2 Tampa Bay.
With a quick pad save. That could have tied the game. But instead, now it's in the defensive zone using the AT&T connected cam. And this time...
Holmberg over the line. Jurgensen's driving wide. A backhand shot. Grubauer makes the save. No.
You now have Gonzalez playing in that top six sort of role and contributing.
Here's Kucherov. Touch pass to McDonough. He hit the post.
What a pass by Kucherov. Oh my goodness. I don't even know if that's the right animal, but
I mean, you're sticking with
I'm going with it.
Larson activating. And Vasilevsky with a confident stop. Nikita Kucherov, his 16th three-point game this season. Second most behind Nathan McKinnon. Steal here by Everly. He'll come in. Everly looking to go high. Glove on Vasilevsky to bring it up. And now Hagel down the middle with Kucherov on the flank. Long pass, Gonzalez back across. They score! Another beauty! And another point for Kucherov. 4 on the night. Out of the 5 Tampa Bay goals. And that might put this to bed. It's 5-2.
Gets the second assist, but this was entirely created by him. He slows it down the neutral zone. Then this is the seam pass between 4 players for the Seattle Kraken. What a pass off the entry. The heads up, zips it through and across. And then Hagel is the beneficiary after the pass across Gonzalez. We've talked about him, another nice night for him, but that is all Kucherov. 4 points on the night.
The long stretches this season with a 4-point performance here in Seattle.
Hagel as well.
In a single year, only one of 5 ever to do that in a single year. As this puck will hit McCann, and Kucherov with an empty net on the other end will convert the hat trick and make it a 5-point night.
So bump those averages up. And just the jump, the read. Okay, there's a turnover. Then he understands we've got possession. He's high in the neutral zone, yet Kucherov still finds the passing lane over the Gonzalez.
7th career hat trick for Nikita Kucherov.
And that's when Alex, Vasilevsky did make a huge save on the Kraken when they had a 2-on-1 opportunity.
Out in front, Grubauer makes a save here on Bjorkstrand.